All right. Let you just put your body at a little bit of an angle. Why don't you bring Amber next to me since she's shorter and prettier.
Oh!
Just when you kind of keep your body angled kind of towards me.
Like
See
this,
that?
yeah.
There you go. See? Yeah.
So you can all
Not a lot, just a little. So, all right. So we got what? Amber, Tori, Jeremy. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of introduce us. I'm going to actually have you guys say your own name. I might repeat it, but I'm going to have you guys each one to say your own name. And then what I'm going to have you guys do is I'm going to bring my box of peppers here. I'm going to have it in my hands, and I'm going to have you guys, between the three of you, look at my box of peppers, and the three of you make a decision on which one of them you want me to eat, solely based on looks, because they're numbered. They don't say what they are, but they're numbered. So you don't have to do it based on the number or anything else, solely based on how nasty and hot it might look and how much my face might melt off. That's how you're going to make your decision. Sound good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Hey everybody, I'm Phil and this is Everything Spicy. Today we're doing something special. I've got three special friends up here to help me today. What we're doing is we are here with Lapeer Team Work in Lapeer, Michigan. And some of the workers or some people that work here have agreed to help me out. So I'm going to start with the introductions here. We have Tori,
Jeremy.
and Jeremy. All right, so these three have decided they're going to help me today pick out a pepper out of my box of peppers. Now you guys have seen, he's okay. Now you guys have all seen hot peppers before on camera. You guys have seen these. These guys haven't seen them yet, so these guys are going to get the opportunity to see what peppers that have over 1 million Scoville units look like. Now Scoville units is the measuring scale they use to measure how hot pepper is. Jalapenos are considered right around 10,000 Scoville units. Habaneros are 10 times hotter, so they're around maybe 65 to 100,000. Most of the ones in this box are 1 million to 2 million Scoville units. So you don't just jump into eating these hot peppers if you haven't worked your way up to it. Anybody that's seen any of my videos realize that I've worked my way up to this point. So what I want the two of you to do is kind of look in here. Come on over. You guys look in there and see if you can agree on one that really looks like it'd be tough, hard to eat, maybe really hot. What do you guys think?
The red ones?
There's a lot of red ones in there. You can touch them. Look at them. Which one? You guys want to agree on one? You want to agree? Well, that's a big one.
I'm pointing at that.
You're pointing at that one. We got number 12, and you guys think number 7?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 12 and 7. I'm not sure I can eat 2, but we'll see what I can do. We'll see if we can help these people out and eat 2. All right. So we've got a list here. I think you picked out number 12. You want to read off number 12 off there for me?
Number 12. Bhut Jolokia.
Close. It's a Bhut Jolokia.
Bhut Jolokia.
Bhut Jolokia. All right. And then you guys picked the number 7. Yep. So you read number 7 for me?
Let me read it.
Well, we can have them read it if you have a hard time with it. These aren't easy names. It's not like it just says hot pepper or green pepper or anything like that.
Number 7.
Number 7?
Naga Morich.
Yep. A Naga. I know it's Naga. Morich. M-O-R-I-C-H. So I couldn't tell you which one is going to be hotter. So I'm going to start off with the Naga, the number 7, and we'll see how this goes. If I can get beyond this one, maybe we won't go to number 12. So we'll give it a shot on 2 peppers. How's that sound? Yeah. So anybody else want to try one? Anybody in the room want to try one? No. We've got the whole team here. There are 30, 40 other people over here. I know they all want a pepper. So.
that one over there. Right there.
No. All right, folks. Here we go. Number 7. Without further ado, here we go. Now, one thing you want to make sure you do, so I don't talk a lot while I'm chewing, is you want to make sure you chew it up very well. Does anybody know why you want to chew it up very well?
So you
Don't
won't
choke on
choke.
it. Yes, much.
So you won't choke on it? And guess what? It's going to come out at some point too, right? It's going to come out. Do you want little pieces coming out or big pieces?
Little pieces.
Little pieces. So yeah, we'll go with the little pieces. So that first pepper. Now I didn't explain to these folks. I have a different heat scale than most people have. A normal person that likes things slightly spicy, maybe they put Dave's Insanity. They put Tabasco sauce or something like that on their food to spice it up, maybe on their eggs and whatnot. That person is what I would consider a normal person. They like a little spice on there. When you start getting into stuff like this, we have a term for people in my group that like stuff like that. We call us chili heads. Okay, so a lot like, was it the Grateful Dead? They call them pepperhead, not pepperheads. They're deadheads, because they all like the Grateful Dead. They got their own. We got our own little community of people that are chili heads. And most of these people will eat these pods. We call them pods in our group. They also are peppers, but they're a pod. And this is kind of, we do challenges, we do different things. I had a chocolate bar 3 weeks ago that had 30 Carolina Reapers that have been ground down into powder and put into this half-pound chocolate bar, which was quite a challenge. The hottest thing, most challenging thing I've done at this point. Now, since I've been talking, the heat level on this pepper in my mind is probably right around a 3.5. Now, over the next few minutes, this can get hotter. Has anybody ever seen inside of a green pepper?
Yeah.
We've all seen inside of a green pepper, right?
I had jalapeno peppers before.
Jalapeno peppers, yeah. When you cut open a pepper, you see all the white on the inside that all the seeds are connected to. That white on the inside is actually called the placenta. Okay, and a lot of people seem to think that the seeds are what makes the pepper hot. Okay, the seeds aren't what makes the pepper hot. What makes the pepper hot is the placenta. The placenta is where most of your heat. Now, heat comes from other things there too, but most of your heat comes from the placenta. The reason the seeds are hot, low battery. It's still going though. Okay, we're gonna speed this up. The reason the seeds are hot is because they're attached to the placenta. They got the oil from the placenta on them, and that's the reason the seeds are hot. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Got a little bit of time left. We have a question here. Go ahead.
Ghost peppers are hot too.
Ghost peppers are hot. Ghost peppers are around 1 million Scoville. Most of these are close to that level of peppers that I'm doing right now. So now what we're gonna do is the number 12, and the number 12 again was a Bhut Jolokia. Now I will tell you, normally I don't do another pepper this quick, but we're losing battery life on the phone. So this one hasn't started to decrease in my mouth yet. So we're gonna go ahead, and I got a feeling that this one is hotter. I did the first one first because I got a feeling it wasn't as hot. And right now, I'm right at about a 3.5 or 4. My eyes are starting to sweat a little bit, or starting to water a little bit. So, everybody, without further ado,
Valentina?
how you doing, Amber? You want a kiss? It probably would be really spicy. Jeremy doesn't want a kiss.
No way!
Don't look at me, no.
Oh, sweaty.
All right, so of course this pepper just escalated everything, right? I could put the mild pepper in my mouth and it was going to raise the heat level in my mouth. So I'm gonna say right now, I'm probably up to about a 5. Most of the burn that I've got right now are on the sides of my tongue. A lot of your heat receptors in your mouth are on the sides of the tongue. Matter of fact, your tongue, depending on what something is sweet, hot, bitter, you'll actually sense things in different places on your tongue based on what there is. Now, what I will tell you right now is I do have a lot of throat burn. almost feel like a fire-breathing dragon, right? If there was something flammable in my throat, I feel like right now I could breathe out. Now, what I am starting to do, you see something by my eyes?
You're crying.
I'm crying.
He's crying.
Yeah, I'm crying. So, not really crying.
Why, Jojo?
It's when you eat a pepper and all that. If you eat
Yeah.
extraordinary hot pepper, you start tearing up.
You do start tearing up, exactly right. And I'm also getting a little drainage from my nose, and that's obviously the little nose run that goes when you eat things hot. So, if you go to a Mexican restaurant, someplace like that, or maybe a Thai food restaurant, anybody here ever eat any Thai food, you'll know when you eat something hot that these are things how your body is going to react. As I can feel right now, my forehead is starting to sweat a little bit. So, and again, with my glasses off, can't see the camera really well. But one thing I like to do, or I do a lot, when I've had a hot pepper, is I blink a lot, and that helps the tears to run. Excuse me. And that's what we call a pepper burp. If anybody, see, none of you know that. You think I was being rude. You watch any of the videos I do or anybody else does, what you realize is after we've had a pepper or had something really hot, there's always a burp that seems to be associated, whether it be one or several. There's always a burp associated with what we do. And it's always a pepper burp. It's always hot, and it's always that strong taste of the pepper. So, does anybody have any questions? As long as I'm here. You three have any? Go ahead.
David.
David, you got any questions? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see. David, go ahead.
Have you ever had a cayenne pepper?
I have had a cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is probably one of your most common peppers out there as far as adding heat to a, for better choice of words, a normal meal. You know, taking something that you would be making at home, making a meal or something at home, and you want to spice it up, you throw some cayenne pepper in it, some chili pepper, something like that. Yes, I have had cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is probably about a 1 on my scale. Where right now,
It's what they might put in Tabasco sauce, maybe?
Tabasco sauce is made out of cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper and a lot of vinegar and salt.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever read a bottle of Tabasco, that's your 3 main ingredients: vinegar, salt, and cayenne pepper. And Tabasco is a lot of people's go-to hot sauce whenever you want something to spice something up. So, anybody else got any? Oh, here's another question. Go ahead.
Does that help with allergies and sinuses?
Not that I'm aware of. Matter of fact, I sometimes get stuffy where I'll have a clear nose. When this whole drainage thing stops, I will actually wind up getting stuffy where I have to blow my nose so I can breathe better. Even though it drains, for some reason, I wind up having to blow my nose. So, you did bring up something that came to mind when you asked that question. I can't think of it now. I'm old, and I easily forget things. My eyes are watering good, my nose. All right, so for me, I think this is peaked out. Right now, my tongue is stinging. Okay, so if you've ever eaten anything or anything when your tongue is stinging, my tongue is stinging pretty good. So this is what we would consider a good mouth burn. For me, it's probably right around a 6.5. 6.5 for me is pretty good. I've gotten up to a 7, 7.5. I think on a California Reaper a couple weeks ago when I started this, that was an 8 with a single pepper. So this is a good mouth burn. So over the next probably 10 minutes, which we're not going to sit here and videotape the next 10 minutes, over the next 10 minutes, this will begin to come down. Okay, now what I have done is I've eaten something really good inside. I got a banana in me, I got a PB&J sandwich inside of me, and this is a good landing platform for these peppers, because if these things hit an empty stomach, you'll instantly start having pains inside. Okay, this pain, most people can get beyond. That pain hurts. Even a chili head doesn't like the pain that you get from, they call them capsaicin cramps. Capsaicin is what makes the stuff hot, so we call them capsaicin cramps. So, last chance for a question. Anybody got a question?
No.
What last?
What's the hottest pepper you've eaten?
I would actually have to say the hottest single pepper that I've eaten is actually the California Reaper. It's not the Carolina Reaper. The California Reaper. I saw my first one a couple of weeks ago, and this is by far the gnarliest pepper. Look at that. The little hook it's got on there. that is by far, you guys can come up here and look at this a little later. This is by far one of the gnarliest peppers I've ever seen. It looks like it's got a little scorpion tail on there getting ready to sting you, right? No doubt, no doubt. But it's a pretty pepper. Pretty color. You think red, black, those are some of the hottest. This has actually been one of the hottest peppers I have put in my mouth. I did a Carolina Reaper 2 nights ago, and it wasn't as hot as this pepper here. We got one more question.
Jimmy eats hot peppers all the time.
Who does?
Jeremy?
Jeremy?
Yep.
Yeah, but what kind of hot peppers does Jeremy eat?
Come on, Jeremy.
What kind of hot stuff do you eat, Jeremy?
Really hot ones.
Like
Like
what?
jalapeno?
Yeah.
Habanero?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well then, and that's a good start. What you should do with these types of peppers is, if you can eat 2 or 3 habaneros, then you might be step up to a poblano or a serrano type pepper from the habanero, and those are like your next level peppers.
The 2 hot peppers I ate is probably like a habanero and a jalapeno.
Yep, and again, those are good peppers.
Yeah.
Again, for a lot of people, they can't even handle those. So the fact that these guys can eat peppers like those is fantastic. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap this up. If you guys got any more questions when I get done, I know the camera's getting low, so if you guys got any more questions for me, I'm more than happy. The reason we're doing this today, and I forgot to tell everybody, is Mission 22. Mission 22 is, there's a company out there, 22 U.S. men and women in the United States service that are veterans that are out on average. For whatever reason, these men and women have chosen to take their lives. So we're trying to bring awareness. So I'm hoping that this video, sending this out for Mission 22, brings awareness so that all people in our country realize and will hopefully donate money to Mission 22. Not my mission, it's a company, and help these men and women and their families who struggle with post-traumatic stress disorder. So I want to thank my guests for coming out and helping me today. Fantastic. Jeremy?
Yep.
Again, everything's spicy. Like, share, subscribe. Give these guys a round of applause. And share the video. Keep it spicy.